I got a question for both of you. So recently, both of you made a move to real. Sondra's got the garb on. Matt has got the face mask on. I just decided to wear the colors today. So I could tell everybody all day, and I'll do a video in the future about why I moved. But I want to hear from you guys. What was it that made you make your move to real? Because you came from a very successful real estate company. Matt, you brought a huge team over. Sondra, you're a firecracker that does a lot of business, and you got production awards every year for your hustle. So for you coming over, for Matt coming over, for me, it's kind of a big deal. So let's hear it. Sondra, I want to hear from you. What made you make the move to real?
Well, I have been watching real for a little while, and I know some people personally, Aaron and Peter Noble. I know them. And so, I liked my old brokerage. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing bad to say about where I came from. That's for sure. But I found at real, it just felt more heartwarming. It felt, I knew the core values are there, what we're going to be doing. And I just felt a better connection. And, I do a lot of business. Like I said, with my community, I am the digital mayor of my community. And a lot of times, you follow your heart, right? If your heart feels good and everything else feels good and it lines up, then you do it. And I've been in this business over 22 years, people. And, I sucked in the beginning. Everybody, we're not millionaires when we start this business, that's for sure. But people are texting me now. Come on. And so I knew it was time. I'm 54 years old, going to be 55 here shortly. And the last thing I wanted to do was to move my business, because it's not what you think. You just don't just go, okay, I'm going to sign here. Let's get some cards and some signs and I'm ready. No, it's a lot involved in it. And it just felt right. It felt good. And I'm surrounded with some really excellent people. And that's why I moved to real. You want to be real?
If you want to be real. Awesome. Well, yeah, that's the one thing is when you make a move to a new company, you have to feel the love. And I can tell you, when we all joined our last brokerage, we felt the love, right? And coming here, I mean, my heart's full. So, Matt, let's hear your experience. What's going on with you?
So, yeah, Jeremy, I just to give it a little backstory. I know you know my backstory, but the people on here don't. I worked for a company for 12 years before I got into real estate, and I've been in real estate for 8 years now. But I worked for a company that was a very family-like company. I worked in the mobile home business for a company called Palm Harbor Homes. They've been in business over 40 years. And when I was approached to get into real estate, I was so comfortable where I was because it was like a family. It was like leaving a family. And so, like Sondra says, it's not just like, get some cards, sign here, let's go, right? So I made that move into real estate, and I actually ended up with about 4 different brokerages because I didn't have that family feel. And I was about to go start my own brokerage because I'm all about people, helping people, and that family feel. Like I've got your back, no matter if it's something with real estate. One of the questions we do on our monthly review with our agents, the first thing we ask them is, "Hey, how are you doing? How's your family doing?" Getting a little bit personal with them. Because at the end of the day, your family is the most important thing. And so with these other brokerages that I joined, I didn't feel that. And so I felt like it was all about them. Then right before I was about to open up my own brokerage, I was approached by the brokerage I just left. And I felt that family. I felt that like-minded people. Okay, I've met and had a lot of relationships by joining that other brokerage. But then I felt that it was starting to lose that feel, starting to lose that touch. And sometimes that happens when you get real big. You know, when I joined the last brokerage, it was at 4,500 agents. You know, I know, Jeremy, when you joined, they had like 500 agents. And so when I started to feel that, I started to kind of research. I had saw some people that had left, and I was wondering why. And then, you know, I saw you leave Jeremy, and I was like, man, I love Jeremy. Like, you know, what's going on, you know? And I had never thought I would leave the other brokerage. And then what I did is I reached out, and it took me about 2 weeks to basically research it, because like you said, I have a team. I have 12 agents. I have marketing. I have a storefront. I have a sign out front. You know what I mean? I have a truck that's wrapped, you know, just like you, Sondra. I had to do all of that. So I researched it. And when I had my conversations with the company, one of the things I realized, and I'm getting chills again, guys, I know you can't see it. One of the things I realized was, hey, the mission with Real was, number one, is to stay that family knit no matter how big we get, to stay that agent centric, to stay that, you know, top of mind, to stay that, you know, all the minds think alike, and to really stay with helping people grow. The great thing about the model that was pioneered by the people that we left was it was a model that really changed the industry. And the reason it changed the industry was because it took what the industry was missing, especially when I got in, and I'm sure you too, Sondra. What the industry was missing was, hey, you can get your real estate license, you're thrown out to the wolves, and the average salesperson, average agent sells 2 homes a year, and we're going to just play a numbers game. Well, the other brokerage had pioneered something great, which was basically, hey, we're going to bring agents in, we're going to help them grow, and we're going to help them hit their goals. And in return, okay, it's going to help everybody. And so what I like about Real and what they have in their principles is they're going to keep it real. No matter how big we get, it's going to stay real, and we're going to stay together. We're going to stay synergized, and we're going to make it happen and not let it happen. We're never going to forget about our core values. And why is that? Because people are the most important people, not the business, it's the people. And the people are what make companies great. And I know that even with just these 3 people on here, okay, and the others that we have as well, we're going to keep making it great, and we're going to keep our focus on the people. And that is what I love about being a part of this. And so that's really, man, I'm getting chills because it's a passion to help people. And I knew this was the right place for me to bring my agents up and help other agents. And that's why I'm here, and I'm going to keep it real.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Have a virtual hug. Here we go. Okay.
There you go, baby.
So I'm going to do a video in the future talking about what my transition was and what led me to do what I did and join this awesome company. So I'm not going to go in detail on my end. I will say that my previous broker, I was an early adopter. I was number 550. Now they're at 36,000 agents. So the love that I felt at the beginning of that brokerage and where it started to go was phenomenal. And so one word I said, or one phrase I said to myself when I heard the model, I said my past brokerage was, this is a no-brainer. When I heard this model, when I saw what the direction was, I said, this is a no-brainer. I signed up the next day. So that's me. I really appreciate y'all being on this. I really appreciate you being a part of the first live video on this channel. I can't wait to have you back on and talk about more masterminding things. I really appreciate the time that you've taken, because you both are very busy. So thank you so much for that. I can't wait to see you in real world.
Sounds good.